A blessed day to all. Today, I will present the introduction in the topic strategic direction. So, let us define what strategic direction is. So, strategic direction refers to the foundational ideas or actions that allow for greater consistency in strategy over time. It ultimately helps a company achieve its vision and helps it fulfill the goals of its organizational strategy. It also helps unite the company's strategies and provides for greater stability into the future. When an organization has a strategic direction, it helps determine the company's objectives and how it plans to accomplish them. It also helps determine the required resources, and it helps identify how an organization needs to operate in order to find success. Creating a solid strategy that outlines your company's directions can help you increase its efficiency, lower stress, and help improve its profitability. Knowing the various types of strategic direction can help you create a more comprehensive strategic direction overall. So in this report, we will define strategic direction, list the types of strategic direction, and provide the steps for setting a strategic direction. So there are different types of strategic direction. Companies use various types of strategic directions to help it achieve a wide variety of goals. The first one is the mission. So, a mission establishes your company's purpose and explains why it exists. Companies use their mission as guide for meeting its goals. For example, if your company has a mission to provide the highest quality jeans compared to other companies on the market, this allows for a greater long-term strategic direction that focuses on quality rather than focusing on goals like saving cost. Another type is the culture. Company culture refers to employee attitudes and behaviors within an organization. While it's hard to change company culture, culture itself helps to shape a company's strategic direction. For example, if you have a company with a service culture regarding the company's customers, you can easily improve your customer service where other companies do not. Next is the vision. A company's vision highlights what the organization hopes to be and achieve in the future. It ultimately provides strategic direction alongside the company's mission statement. When a company has a particular vision, it can use it to modify its current business plan and spending in a way that better aligns with its vision. For example, if a company envisions zero pollution, it can use this vision to prioritize the company's current planning and spending ventures. It is worth noting that companies need a specific vision so its employees can determine whether or not they are ultimately helping the company move forward. Next is the values. Values refer to a company's fundamental beliefs. In other words, they refer to a company's principles that are right or wrong. Values help guide your organization and help employees work better toward common goals. Some examples of common company values include integrity, fairness, and accountability. As a strategic direction, your company's values help it move forward the achievement of its goals. If you own a technology company, for example, you may create a sustainability principle that states you plan to procure energy for a sustainable source and use it as efficiently as you can. Essentially, you can use your vision to provide direction for your company's actions. Number five is the ideology. An ideology is a belief that defines a company's purpose. It describes how you want to conduct yourself with your employees, with your clients, and with your industry at large. Ideology provides strategic direction through consistent and stable policies over time. Since it is part of a company's vision, you can use ideology to help your company aspire to what you want it to become. Next is the principles. Principles are guidelines or rules that give future strategy and decision making greater direction. For example, if you work for a technology company, you may have the principle that all data needs encryption. This means it can have encryption lapses, which ultimately provides strategic direction for the company's future projects and initiatives. And finally, we have the grand strategy. This refers to a long term strategy that includes every approach and tool you can find. Even current strategies that seem irrational may make better sense when you consider the grand strategy. For example, if an electric car manufacturer allows the free use of its current or its patents by competing manufacturers, it may seem irrational from a business standpoint. However, opening them up to competitors may increase the rate of adoption for these vehicles and charging stations. This may then beat competing approaches such as those by hydrogen vehicles. Ultimately, a grand strategy can provide you with strategic direction over time. It also highlights the long term optimization of a strategy rather than focusing on the short term. So, how do we set a strategic direction? So, the following are to be considered. So, strategic direction focuses on the plans and actions you need to implement in order to progress toward a vision for the organization's future. To gain the most value from having a strategic direction, you need to analyze every area and process of an organization. The following steps are considered. Number one, consider your vision for the company. The importance of a strategic direction involves your ability to consider its overall purpose. Think of your vision for the company. Essentially, think of your reason for wanting this business to exist. Number two, reflect on your company's mission. Consider your company's mission and how you plan to make your vision come true. Typically, a mission statement may include information about a company's products and services. Number three, develop a plan. You have to identify your future direction and include your stakeholders in the process. You can involve them through various ways such as meetings or phone surveys. Another is you have to set periodical goals. Create short, medium, and long term goals. Start with your long term goals that can ultimately help you achieve your mission and vision. Then create medium term goals that span a few years, and eventually set short term goals that help separate your long term planning into more achievable steps. And finally, set quantifiable goals. As you create goals, account for measurability. When you have specific and measurable goals, it's easier to see what you need to do to achieve them. Quantifiable goals also, you track your progress and success throughout every stage of the process. There are factors influencing strategic direction or strategic management. So, strategic direction or management is the systematic process of analyzing, coordinating, and implementing decisions and action plans to achieve sustainable competitive advantage. Factors influencing changes in strategic direction may be internal or external to the business organization. Some of these factors include management functions, transformations, competition, socio-economic factors, laws, and technology. So, in changes in executive management, changes in the composition of the board of directors or exit of chief executive officers influence changes in strategy. The incoming members of the management team may seek to review the existing strategies with the view of injecting new ideas to take the business to the next level. Another is transformations in organizational structure. Structural transformations such as mergers, acquisitions, and expansion to international markets necessitate strategic realignment. Such transformations alter the management, capital, ownership, and market structures of your organization, making changes in strategic management inevitable. Your company must adjust existing strategies and develop new ones to reconcile and realign the missions and objectives of the organization. Next is the competition from other businesses. Rising competition in target markets triggers urgent reviews of strategies in efforts to enhance competitive advantage. Businesses employ strategic tools such as SWOT analysis to examine strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats and change the existing strategies. For example, challenges such as product imitations by competitors pose threats to your competitive advantage. Changing strategies will enable you to change course by addressing the inherent weaknesses and threats. Another factor is the social and cultural factors. The social and cultural profiles of your target markets may prompt changes in strategic management. You want to make sure that the strategic orientation of your business is realigned to account for demographic and cultural sensitivities, especially when entering new markets or designing new products for specific market segments. Next is the laws or the factor or of laws and regulations. Changes in laws such as tax, environment, and healthcare laws influence changes in strategic management. You must adjust the existing strategies of your business to incorporate the requirement of the new laws. For example, a law requiring you to reduce your carbon footprint may necessitate the review of your production or supply chain management strategies in order to comply with the new requirements. And lastly, we have the technological forces in strategic management. So your company may change strategies due to the availability or lack thereof of adequate technological capabilities. The acquisition of capital resources, such as automated equipment and advanced machinery, may prompt your organization to increase production volumes and adjust the supply chain functions. Information technology trends also influence changes in strategic management. For example, the growing influence of e-commerce may prompt your business to abandon brick and mortar distribution strategies and embrace online distribution strategies like the online selling. From the different types of strategic direction, this report will focus on the mission statement. So, what is the purpose of a mission statement? So, a mission statement defines why an organization exists in the world. It should contain information about the business's key objectives, who it serves or benefits, and why it does what it does. For some organizations, the mission statement is simply a few lines in the employee handbook, while for other organizations, the mission statement is felt within every aspect of the organizational culture. So, a mission statement is a concise explanation of the organization's reasons of existence. Also, it describes the organization's purpose and its overall intention. And also, it supports the vision and serves to communicate purpose and direction to employees, customers, vendors, and other stakeholders. So, when figuring out the mission statement for your business, consider how you want to use the statement within your company. Do you want it to be a source of engagement for your employees and a motivator for yourself to meet your goals? Craft your statement with tangible and actionable language that inspires you, your team, and your customers. So, in considering your mission statement, these are the questions to answer when drafting mission statement. It should include what is your organization's purpose and why does your or our organization exist. So we will differentiate. between the mission and the vision and also the values before continuing. So we will define what vision statement is. But this will be discussed by my co-reporter after. So vision statement looks forward and creates a mental image of the ideal state that the organization wishes to achieve. It is inspirational and aspirational and should challenge employees. Questions to consider when drafting a vision statement might include: what problem are we seeking to solve? Where are we headed? And if we achieved all strategic goals, what would we look like 10 years from now? Next, we have the value statement. A value statement lists the core principles that guide and direct the organization and its culture. In a values led organization, the values create a moral compass for the organization and its employees. It guides decision making and establishes a standard against which actions can be assessed. These core values are an internalized framework that is shared and acted on by leadership. When drafting values statements, questions to consider might include: what values are unique to our organization? What values should guide the operations of our company? And what conduct should our employees uphold? So after differentiating the between the mission, vision, and the values, let us now focus more on the mission statement. So there are different uses of mission statements. The first one is creating identity. So statements create the core identity of a company and establish a basis for everyone in the company to make decisions. Mission statements contribute to a company's brand and encourage unity among everyone who supports or works with the company. A company's identity differentiates it from competing organizations. And the mission statement is one of the most defined ways to express that identity to others. Next is the attracting talent. When looking for a job, many people use a company's mission statement to decide if they want to apply. A strong mission statement that people can relate to encourages talented people to get involved with that company. Mission statements allow like minded people with similar goals to naturally work together on projects that are most important to them. Next is a guiding culture. A company's mission statement provides a guide for the company culture and workplace environment to develop positivity or positively. The values, norms, and beliefs of a company create a unique cultural environment, and mission statements provide an official method for expressing that culture. A mission statement should clearly reflect these values to guide employee actions and organizational initiatives. Another use of mission statements is developing purpose. A strong mission statement gives employees purpose and improves engagement in their work. Mission statements help employees see the meaning and purpose of their work by giving them clear reasons their job benefits a larger goal. Mission statements help employees see the positive aspects of their daily activities, boosting their morale and creating long term employee investment in the workplace culture. Another purpose of mission statement is improving performance. Mission statements provide a clear goal for employees and can improve their performance. They are a great way to motivate employees to work towards a company's long-term plans for growth. A good mission statement creates an environment that encourages everyone to produce high quality work and hold high standards for themselves. Employees can engage with company's core values by reading its mission statement and applying those ideas to their work. Another another use of mission statement is building community. Mission statements help companies and employees connect with numbers or members of their community and establish a good reputation among customers, clients, and business partners. Working for a company that has a great mission statement can help you network with like minded people who share a similar mission. A mission statement should be appealing to potential customers and community members to build positive associations with their brand. Next is envisioning the future. A mission statement provides an ideal vision for the company's future and directs its growth. Mission statements encourage employees to think about how their actions will impact future business success and positive company culture. Because mission statements direct employee actions, they can have a significant impact on people's futures within the company and how the organization itself will grow over time. Next, we have aligning behaviors. Mission statements help everyone on the team align their behaviors toward the same goals. They can use mission statements to evaluate a business structure or make decisions about policies and procedures. Following a mission statement makes sure different departments work together and that every aspect of the workplace contributes to progress. Mission statements keep behaviors consistent with ideal outcomes regardless of the situation. And lastly, and encouraging critical thinking. So mission statements encourage people to think critically about the influence their actions will have on company goals in both the long and short term. Having a clear mission statement helps people consider how the company could grow in different contexts while still upholding their values. A mission statement is important because it provides a concise strategy and philosophy that applies to any situation within a company. Here are some of the frequently asked questions about mission statement. So, number one is what are the qualities of a strong mission statement? So, a strong mission statement should use clear, compelling language that is easy for most people to understand. A good mission statement should be persuasive, encouraging, strategic, achievable, and unique. So, how long should a mission statement be? Mission statements can range in length from a sentence fragment to a statement with up to four sentences. A mission statement should be concise and efficient because they have a wide target audience and need to express big ideas without losing someone's attention. Another is how often should the company update its mission statement? A company should update its mission statement as it evolves over time or significantly changes its focus. Making small changes and refining a mission statement can reflect growth, but completely changing a mission statement multiple times could create confusion and a lack of brand identity or employee commitment. Here are some of the mission statements of some well-known companies. We have the Microsoft. Microsoft. Uh, its mission statement is a very simple. It says empowering others. So our missions is to empower every person and every organization on the planet. Okay, let me repeat that. This is the mission statement of the Microsoft. It says empowering others. So our mission is to improve every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. So very concise, very short, but very, very strong. Next, we have the Samsung. Uh, so it says here our mission and values. Our promise to perform responsibly as a leading global company. So very short again, but very strong statement. Next is the Tata International. So let me just read the mission: to be the most reliable global network for customers and suppliers that delivers value through products and services. To be a responsible value creator for all our stakeholders. So very comprehensive. Andun na lahat. Next, we have the Coca-Cola. So instead of mission statement, it says our purpose. So the purpose of Coca-Cola is refresh the world, make a difference. So very short, just two short sentences, but very strong sentences, very strong statements. Next, we have the San Miguel Corporation. So our mission is provide goods and vital services well within the reach of every Filipino, making everyday life a celebration. Next, we have our very own Jollibee. So its mission is to serve great tasting food, bringing the joy of eating to everyone. Jolly lahat. So this is the mission of NEUST to develop new knowledge and technologies and transform human resources into productive citizenry to bring about development impact to local and international. So hindi lang pang local, pang international pa. So hindi naman papahuli si Don Honorio Ventura State University. With its mission, DABSU commits itself to provide an environment conducive to continuous creation of knowledge and technology towards the transformation of students into globally competitive professionals through the synergy of appropriate teaching, research, service, and productivity functions. So, meron na siyang research, meron pa siyang instruction, also meron siya pa siyang production. So those are the first mission and statement examples are uh, on the private institutions or private companies. Then we have the academe. Here we have another example is from a government agency, which is the DOST as ASTI, or the vision mission statement of Department of Science and Technology, Advanced Science and Technology Institute. So our mission: we are committed to the development of the Filipino society and the Philippines. As a nation, we shall contribute to the attainment of national development priorities and the growth of Philippine enterprise by providing innovative solutions using ICT and electronics technologies. And so those are the examples of mission statements of different businesses. Okay. Next, we have the business definition. So, what is a business? So, the term business refers to an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. Businesses can be for profit entities or they can be non-profit organizations that operate to fulfill a charitable mission or further a social cause. Businesses range in scale from sole proprietorship to international corporations and can range in size from small to large. So it also refers to an entity that operates for commercial, industrial, or professional reasons. And also, it refers to all of the activities involved with the sale and purchase of goods and services. So, to better understand a business, so the term business can take on two different meanings. The first refers to an entity that operates for commercial, industrial, or professional reasons. So, the entity generally begins with a concept or the idea and a name. Extensive market research may be required to determine how feasible it is to turn the idea into a business. So, business often requires business plans before operations begin. A business plan is a formal document that outlines the company's goals and objectives. It also lists the strategies and ways it plans to achieve these goals and objectives to succeed. Business plans are almost always essential when you want to borrow capital in order to begin operations. So, determining the legal structure of the business is another important factor to consider. Business owners may need to secure permits and licenses and follow registration requirements in order to begin legal operations. Corporations are considered to be juridical persons in many countries, meaning that the business can own property, take on debt, and be sued in court. So most businesses operate with the purpose of generating a profit. But that isn't necessarily an essential requirement of running a business. Some businesses have a goal to advance a certain cause. As such, these entities are referred to as for profit businesses. Organizations that aren't profit based are referred to as not for profit or non-profits. These entities may operate as charities, arts, culture, educational, and recreational enterprises, also political and advocacy groups, and also social services organizations. The second definition of business refers to all of the activities involved with the sale and purchase of goods and services. Business activity can take place anywhere, whether that's in a physical storefront, online, or even on a roadside. Anyone who conducts business activity to earn a living must report this income to the BIR or the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So there are different types of businesses. So many businesses organize themselves around some sort of hierarchy or bureaucracy, where positions in a company have established roles and responsibilities. The most common structures include sole proprietorships. So, as the name suggests, a sole proprietorship is owned and operated by a single natural person. There is no legal separation between the business and the owner, which means the tax and legal liabilities of the business fall on the owner. So, another type of business is the partnerships. So, a partnership is a business relationship between two or more people who join forces to conduct business. Each partner contributes resources and money to the business and shares in the profits and losses of the business. The shared profits and losses are recorded on each partner's tax return. Next, we have the corporations. So, a corporation is a business in which a group of people acts together as a single entity. Owners are commonly referred to as shareholders, who exchange considerations for the corporation's common stock. Incorporating a business releases owners of the financial liability of business obligations. A corporation comes with unfavorable taxation rules for the owners of the business. And last but not the least is the limited liability company. or the LLC. This is a relatively new business structure and was first available in Wyoming, China in 1977 and other states in the 1990s. So a limited liability company combines the pass-through taxation benefits of a partnership with the limited liability benefits of a corporation. Next, we have the business sizes. So business sizes vary. Small owner-operated companies are called small businesses. They are normally run by one person or a small group of people. These companies include family restaurants, home-based companies, clothing, books and publishing companies, dog walking businesses, and people who run trades. Profits are generally low, but enough to sustain the operations as long as the business owner or owners are able to run in the block. Next, we have the medium sized or the mid sized businesses. They are classified as those that usually earn between 250 million to 50 billion pesos in revenue. So these companies are more established than small businesses with an employee base that ranges between 100 to 999 people. So internationally, Forbes listed Fair Isaac, the company behind uh, FICO, FICO, as the top mid-sized employer in the United States in 2021. So the company had more than 4,000 employees and earned $1.295 billion dollars in revenue in 2020. Next, we have the large business. So larger businesses, which commonly operate as corporations, are those that employ more than 1,000 people and generate more than 50 billion pesos or $1 billion in revenue. They may issue corporate stock to finance operations. In this case, the company is publicly traded and has certain reporting and operating restrictions, unlike smaller businesses that can operate independently or of regulators. Multinational conglomerates like General Electric and Walmart are examples of corporations. So, business industries, let us just define business industries and uh, what is the difference between business and industry. So a company may describe its business by communicating the industry in which it operates. For example, the real estate business, advertising business, or mattress production business are industries in which a business can exist. Ayan. So because the term business can be interchanged with day-to-day operations as well as the overall formation of a company, the term is often used to indicate transactions regarding an underlying product or service. For example, the ExxonMobil conducts its business by providing oil. So here are some of examples of the 30 largest corporations in the Philippines that some of these went global, or like sabi, Philippines go global. So we have the Jollibee, the BPI. We also have the BDO. There are some BPI and BDO branches in other countries. We also have another or a mall or an SM mall in other countries also, and the very famous Jollibee, we which is expanding more and more in other countries. And we also have the Mega World, the JG Summit, and the Aboitiz. So these are my reference, and thank you for listening.